boys and girls. It's Monday and I'm so glad to see you again. I hope that everybody had a great spring break. I hope you were able to spend some time with your family and relax, and I hope you had a good Easter. All right, here we go. Today is Monday, April 13th, 2020. I want you to pause the video and figure out what the abbreviation is for today's date. All right, here we go. Check your answer. Today is 4. The 4, if you remember, stands for April. January, February, March, April. It's the 4th month of the year. So 4/13, because it's the 13th, /2020. Alrighty, today I am going to read the story called Dog Breath, The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis. And the author and illustrator of this story is Dave Pelkey. Alright, here we go. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Halitosis had horrible breath. Whenever Halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. Look at the wallpaper is peeling off the wall because her breath smells so bad. The leaves are falling off the plant. The goldfish is upside down. Even the picture thinks her breath is stinky. When the children took Halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided Halitosis. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea, and Hallie jumped up to say hello. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Amused means like they were not happy. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. Look what happened to Grandma. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. And the sign says, "Free dog to a good home." The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Halitosis to the top of the mountain that had a breathtaking view. Did you notice the sign on that page? It says "Wanted for burglary." And did you also notice that as Halitosis is walking past the tree, the leaves are falling off? They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away, but it didn't. Does a breathtaking view actually mean that it's going to take your breath away? No, it means that something is so beautiful that you stop breathing for a second because you're looking at it. It doesn't actually mean it's going to take away stinky breath. Next, the children took Halitosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. And then it says cinema, breath of a salesman. It'll leave you breathless. But it didn't. Finally, the children took Halitosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. And it says, "You'll lose your breath on our roller coaster." But that idea stunk too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now, only a miracle could save Halitosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon Halitosis. "Yikes!" whispered one burglar. "It's a big, mean, scary dog." Don't be silly," whispered the other burglar. "It's only a cute little fuzzy puppy." The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. "That dog couldn't hurt a fly," whispered one burglar. "Come here, Poochie Poochie," whispered the other burglar. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. Slurp! The next morning, the Tosis family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. It was a miracle! The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Halitosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. And they changed the sign now. It says, "This home protected by dog breath." Because life without Halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. The end. All right, today for your challenge, I was thinking because they went to a carnival and went on a roller coaster, that your challenge for the day is to build a roller coaster. So use whatever supplies you have. If you have Legos, if you have any blocks, or just find things around your house and see if you can build your own roller coaster. All right, boys and girls, I will see you tomorrow for another video. Bye.